Raceway hatchery systems have shaped the world of culturing fish. With this system, we are producing larger numbers of fish in relatively smaller areas than we ever could. The hatchery raceway system was perfected right here in Idaho. Idaho has become the staple of raceway hatchery innovation. Here we are the world's largest producer of trout, exporting our fish all over the country. The reason why all of this matters is because fish provide a great food source to the world. Fish contain on average 22 grams of protein per every 3 ounces. This comes out to be 40% of the male's daily protein intake and 50% of women's. Our global average of fish consumption per year is 44 pounds per person. This is a record high set in 2017. Our human population is growing exponentially around the world. This diagram shows our population growth in blue and in red the amount of resources we have available. The point where those two lines intersect is the point of crisis. This is when we no longer have enough resources to feed the people. Some say that we are becoming very close to that intersection, and others say that we have already reached that point of intersection. What does this mean for fish hatcheries? Well, hatcheries could make up for some of the lack in resources. Today we have maximized our agricultural extent by utilizing as much land as fit for ag. New inventions for food just aren't keeping up. But fish hatcheries are providing hope. Fish hatcheries are a relatively new form of food production and haven't even came close to hitting their maximum potential. Fish also have the highest food conversion ratio out of any species today. This means they are very efficient with their food and put a lot of that into growth. Biologists believe this could be today's food for tomorrow. This diagram shows a basic hatchery raceway system. The water flows from left to right, going from an outside source, commonly a river or a spring, into the head box, then to the raceways, then to the holding ponds, to the collection basin, then into the settling pond. From there it goes out to the environment. This system has proved to be the most effective because it utilizes high flows and very little water reuse, causing low amounts of pollutants and lethal concentrations of ammonia that could build up in a recirculating system. It also uses waterfalls in between each type of pond to help oxygenate the water. The head box is the beginning of the raceway system. This basically stops any diseases and pollutants from getting into the fish by filtering out any of the incoming water. Arguably, this is the most crucial part of the whole system. The raceways are the first ponds that contain young fish. They are typically long and narrow, making it easy to access the fish, and it also makes it easy to pick out the dead ones, which is common among the juvenile fish due to the fact that this is the most vulnerable stage of their life. These ponds make it optimal for young fish growth. The holding ponds contain adult fish. These ponds are larger and can support more fish. They allow more movement and are easy to dump a lot of food in without causing a reduction in dissolved oxygen, which is crucial in fish. The large amount of food really optimizes fish growth at later stages of life, which provides for more fish mass. Holding ponds contain adult fish. These ponds are large. The collection basin is a spot often used for fish with diseases. This is the last place where water goes to fish. Since it is the last place where water can get to fish, it is where we put a lot of diseased fish because they are isolated from the rest of the environment. The last pond is a settling pond. It is used to separate out any unwanted material in the water before the water goes back into the natural environment. This reduces the footprint that hatcheries could have on the environment, allowing them to be cleaner and safe for the world.